Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Swift Contractors Corner. Today is March 1st, 2022. It's a Tuesday like always. I knew the date and yet I still looked at the damn thing on the corner because I can't
It's
help
the
myself.
first.
I
How do
know,
you miss the
man.
first?
Hey, you quiet down. Nobody can see you yet. Good God. Look. He just got to be all noisy. There he is. There he is. Jeff Morton's in the house. We got a guest coming on in a little bit. They'll be in here shortly. Man, it's good to see everybody here. I see people clicking in now. They're like, hey, look, we're popping in. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah. I don't even know how to handle today right now, honestly. Jeff's sitting in Phoenix. Just saying. If you
Yep,
guys are
it's
out
hot.
there, swing by, say, hey, what's up?
I've
Might
got
want to do
those
a quick.
I've got those sheets on my truck for the fuel tax. If anybody wants
Yeah.
them.
If you guys want a card that's simple little paper copy for now until we can get these other ones out, swing by, grab one, say, hey, let me have one, man. Craig Hutchinson, what's up, buddy? Charles Berg, good to see you. Paul Phillips. Hey. Look, they're all on YouTube too. That's great. No Facebook user yet. We're going to get one. Watch. Come on. Who's going to be the first Facebook user? I can't wait. They make me all excited. But hey, you know what? There's Ken Kelly. Ken Kelly's here. Look at that. Yeah. Ken Kelly's chilling. You at home, Ken? I hope you're at home. Anyhow, I don't know. I don't know why. I like when people are home. Is that weird? That's probably weird,
There
isn't
you
it?
go, Charlie. Facebook user.
There we go. Facebook user in the house. There it is. Which one are you? Which one are you? How about this one? Is this the
It's a
same one?
It's a secret.
Good God. Oh, it hurts. It hurts my head. But you know what? Watch this. Oh, look. Cameron Washington. Good to see you. What's up, people? Oh, what do I got to do here? Facebook users, you guys know what's coming. Here it comes. Pow. If you just go to that little link there and click on that thing, unless you're Heather, it's either Heather or Andre. Neither one of them can't. I get one of them and not the other, so I don't know. I'm just saying, whatever. I'm not picking on you. Yeah, I am. It's probably Roland Espinoza. What's up, man? Good to see you. What the hell? Why is my look? I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you clicked on it too many times. I don't know. What do you want from me? Look, we're here. We're hanging out. We're gonna have a cool discussion about this fuel card. Hello from Dennis and Deb. Look, there's a Facebook user.
Facebook's just got it out for you, man.
That's what it is. You don't have these problems if you log into YouTube. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying don't use Facebook. I'm saying whatever. Anyhow. Sorry, we have no control over that. It's we broadcast to a service called Restream, and Facebook has a weird thing with these outside services, and they don't want to share certain information unless you really go out and make sure you want to do that. So whatever. Look, I had to go in and change my security settings today because Facebook says like, oh, you run a group that's too big and you have to change your settings or we're going to lock down your account. I'm like, that's crazy. Why are you going to lock down my account? Whatever. Had to go do it. Exactly. YouTube is the way to go. Paul said so. Hey, what do you guys think about getting this fuel surcharge report out of the way? And then we'll come back and do this thing. And hopefully our guest Jeff Reese will be here by then. He is the sales director at esadvantage. Hey, and for those of you, look, that's the new cards. Wait. Nope, that's the old card. But the new card's going to look just like this. Wait, there it is. It's pretty. It's laminated. Flip it over. It's got some QR codes on there. One for the Facebook page, YouTube channel, the Facebook group. It's got all your IFTA states by state and the mileage taxes and the surcharges and all that kind of stuff. Blackbeard, man, it was good to see you, dude. I dug hanging out with you the other day. And look, I need to tell you something. I need to share something with you. So when Rosie was helping your student out, it put the bug in her. That sounds weird. I should qualify that. It put the bug in her to help with training people. She actually, from working with your student, she now feels like she is actually wanting to step up and help people out and do some things. So, dude, you were awesome. I hope that helped your student out and all that kind of stuff. And our guest is here. I see you down there, Jeff. I will get to you shortly, buddy. We can't hear you yet, but we will in a minute. And you know what? Hey, since he's here, I better get to this other crap that I'm doing because I'm like running my mouth for no reason. So let's do the fuel surcharge report. There I go. Marble mouth. Good God. Whatever. To hell with all of you. Not really. Hold on. Let's do this. So yeah, the fuel surcharge report. Let's go. Brought to you by Swift Contractors Corner. I'm just saying, it'll be fun. What do you think? So this week, the national diesel fuel cost average went up 0.049 cents. Whoop whoop! I dig it. I love it. Look, more money. You know, everybody but us doesn't like when the prices go up. But you guys know that when the prices go up, we make more money. So it went up to $4.10, almost $4.10.5. The West Coast Pad 5 is up 0.032 to 4.711. That brings our fuel surcharge to a whopping 0.471 cents. That's a change of almost a penny this week, 009. West Coast fuel surcharge is down to, down to 0.09 because that West Coast and U.S. average disparity is dropping, y'all. That means we're catching up to California, or I don't know, whatever. But yeah, there you go. I'm just saying that's where it's at. Let's jump back into this other thing and let's meet somebody. Oh, I left the stupid graphic up. I failed. Good God, I'm over. It's just, what the hell do you guys want from me? You know, some days I'm professional and other days I'm lost, or most days I'm lost. So, guys, this is our man, our best new friend, Jeff Reese. And wait, I got a cool graphic. Look, I'm blowing it. Jesus Christ. There we go. My camera's black, Jeff.
Yep.
All
Wait.
right. It shows on mine, man. You see me, Jeff Reese?
I can see you.
And look,
Oh,
Jeff Morton,
okay.
you're lost, man. We're gonna blame it on you and your crazy Wi-Fi, whatever. Hey, we see you. That's all that matters. So, just so you guys know, this is Jeff Reese. He is the director of sales and marketing at esadvantage, and he is my new bestest friend, and hopefully your guys's too, because I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Look, I'm gonna throw this stupid graphic up here just so I can get this out of the way. Look at this. I'm gonna cover everybody's face. This is what I spent this month in fuel. I had 7 fuel ups this month. These are all using the card. This column right here on the left, it ends in $2,468. That's what I actually spent. I saved $405.91. I would have spent $28.74. These are all purchased on the ES Advantage fuel card. I'm just gonna say, Jeff Reese, welcome, brother. We love you, man.
Man, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Share a little bit more about the program, get to talk to you guys a little bit more. Just love to hear some input, all that fun stuff.
Look, you know, I've got things to say, and everybody knows that I will not stop talking about this. I think some people are like, bro, you need to shut up. We get it. You're saving money. You're saving money. I haven't got my card yet. And I'm like, well, you need to get home.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we had one guy accuse us of something untoward, like we were trying to push a product or something. And we're like, dude, we're not getting anything out of this other than saving you money.
Right?
You know,
That's the
hey,
look.
we're just like we're giggling over here. I saved just under $240 last week,
That's
And
and
awesome.
that was like
I'm
2 Phillips or
I,
something like
and,
that.
and I'm giggling. You know, so of course we're going to talk about it.
Absolutely.
They
You
don't
get
get it
you get
though.
excited. You get excited. You want to share it, right?
Yeah, no doubt. And look, I am giddy like a schoolgirl. I'm telling you, I don't know how to act about this because you know, you and I talked earlier, Jeff Reese, and I got to keep calling you guys by your last names because this two Jeff thing is really screw with my brain right now. So bear with me here. But so I talked to you earlier about some of this stuff, and you saw how damn giddy I am. I can't. I can't say enough. And the way you guys have stepped up and we're like, hey, what about this? What about that? And you guys are like, bam, there you go. Like, the landing page for the referrals and all that. But you know what? They don't want to hear me talk. Jeff Reese,
Mhm.
how long has ES Advantage been out here doing what it is that they're doing so awesome for us?
So the advantage itself has actually been around for about 16 years. Uh,
Nice.
so it derives from our parent company is Expediter Services. We have we work with contract drivers. We help them with all sorts of stuff. We've created a community, so to speak.
Right.
It includes fuel shop, tires, insurance, all that stuff. Um, so really, we had about 800 to 1,000 independent contractors that we were working with, kind of on a private level,
Right.
and with that, we were able to establish um, a lot of trust with our vendors, and to the point that they were said, okay, if you want to take this out to more of the general trucking market, we're okay with that. But
Nice.
there's some rules and regulations with that.
Right.
One of those being, you can't shave pennies off the top. All that discount has to go to the driver, to the truck, and we're perfectly fine with that because we believe that that's where it needs to go.
Right.
So they and it started off in increments and stuff like that, but fast forward to today, we've got over 15,000 card holders now leveraging this. And so
That's
i
awesome.
I know one of the questions is it seems too good to be true. Well,
Right.
there's 15,000 people that would argue that nope, this is real.
This
um,
guy right here, it's legit.
so we've even had some people show up to our office, and like they're like, hey, I had one of them, somebody was getting some decals put on their truck, and they're like, hey, I'm in Memphis, and we're literally 15 minutes from the Memphis airport, just south of
Right.
Memphis.
Mm,
And
okay.
so he showed up, signed up right here, standing right here, got his card, funded his card, and was able to go out and activated, was able to go out and start leveraging it, that day.
Right.
So,
Nice.
I mean, that's as real as you can get right there. We shook hands, gave him a little bit of swag, and
Right.
they were off to start saving. So,
Oh
um,
my God.
but yeah, it's been a really fun experience with everybody that's come in through your referrals and everything. Everybody's pretty excited about it. We're just over since we talked last, Charlie. We've
Right.
picked up another couple of
Nice.
people that have signed up, so we've surpassed 40 people that have signed up now. Either waiting on cards or already using it and saving. So
Yeah, I think we were up
it's
to
really
like
well.
67-ish or something like that total requests. 2 were absolute no's, and I think those guys were like, I think I already got a Nasty card. I think that's why they actually said no, I don't want that, which is cool. I mean, what you got a card and it's comparable and you're locked into a $300 a
$300 fee
year.
for the year. Yeah.
Just saying.
So
Just saying.
So one of the questions that we initially got is how the heck are we getting such a good discount? And you mentioned that you have some 15,000 active cards out there that are being used. I
Yes.
just wanted to point out that Swift, although it's proprietary, so they're not going to tell us the discount that they get at the pump, but
Mhm.
they're running an average, depending on hiring and all that stuff, about 17,000 trucks at any given
Right.
time.
Mhm.
So the discounts you're offering, it's that same kind of leverage that a large carrier like Swift would be offering. It's just you have a bunch of us little guys, right?
Yes, sir. That's exactly it. So it's, as it's grown, we've been able to go back to the fuel vendors and say, hey, look, it's growing, and it's growing with you guys. If you continue to provide the best discounts, we'll pass those discounts straight down to the driver. And what they love about it is they're okay to do that because we're not going to make more money than them off the fuel. That's what
Right.
a lot of times what happens
Mhm.
in an aggregator type situation. But what they like about it is they know that the driver's getting the full benefit of the discount, and it drives traffic to their truck stops, which is what they want. So they're picking up gallons that they have not seen before.
Right.
So
Well, that and
that's
I'm one of those guys that, let's say I stop at a truck stop I'm likely to fuel and go in and buy a Monster, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And we all know that the convenience store is where a lot of these truck stops really make bank. It's not necessarily on the fuel. So
Right.
like if there's 500 of me a day that just buy a Monster or maybe a hamburger or something, that's driving their sales through the roof.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they love that. We had a meeting with one of those providers today, actually earlier today, and their exact words were, "We are ecstatic with this program and the growth trajectory and how we're handling the uh, the card holders and our customers." So this they're just loving how everything's
Right.
going right now. So it's really strengthening the relationship between everybody doing it this way.
Just have to be careful about certain names, and we won't mention those certain names, y'all. Sorry, I had to throw it out there because
Right,
look,
right.
we've been pretty in the groups on the YouTube channel and all that. We've been telling look guys, we get that you're excited. Don't list names of truck stops, and it's because of those contracts that you guys have. They're like, look, we got this, we're good, we don't mind it. But maybe we could talk about things like I know you had said we could talk about the truck stops that we're actually getting discounts on service and that sort of thing at. So because these some of these guys that are watching and tuning in, maybe they haven't got the card. Some of them are like, well, I haven't had time, or I'm nervous about it, and that sort of thing. And they're like, well, who do they work with? Who do they work with?
Sure.
Who can we turn to? So I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn that one back to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we do have, and we'll talk. This is more that we don't sell fuel. We're not
Right.
a fuel card. What we've done is we've created a community and really been able to package a solution together, and you can use as much or as little of it as you want to. The low hanging fruit really is the fuel shop and tire discount program. We also offer toll solutions, legal services, insurance, all a lot of those other
Right.
necessities that you have to have out there on the road. But this is kind of our foot in the door. This is the one that is one of your biggest expenses that we can help with. So
Right.
we go from there. But we do have over 1,200 discount locations. Um, and then in addition to that, we also have a shop and tire program. And I can tell you that the Loves and TAs and Petros, they've got some discounted hourly rates, discounted preventative maintenance, discounted um, just oil changes, DOTs, all that stuff right
Right.
there. Um, so I can speak to that. We also have they also offer discounts on tires, saw up to $150, and we also have a discount program through Goodyear as well,
Right.
where you can actually purchase tires through the esadvantage mobile app, and then figure out select where you want to pick them up and have them
Right.
installed and all that stuff. So um, that offers a pretty broad range coast to coast of shop and tire solutions there. So as far as the diesel discounts are concerned, we do have to be a little bit more just because they don't we've
Careful
got
with the
agreements.
names.
Yeah, we've got agreements and stuff like that. We can't really speak specifics on that. So I can tell you some of the regional ones that we have. We do have all the Sap Brothers, the Quick Trips and Quick Stars that are up in the
That's
upper
Quick Trip with a
Midwest.
K.
Correct, with a
Right.
K. With a K. We also have the Cash Magics down south, and then we do have. And what we did was we worked with Ambest and looked at our map and filled holes with specific locations within the
Nice.
Ambest network to try to kind of close some of those gaps. So we did that. Um, we do actually work with all the majors, but you
Big
only get,
Five.
yeah, the big five. Um, so and you do only get cash price at the Pilots and Flying J's though. So that's
Well
the
said, sir.
you
Well
know.
said.
So and I did want to answer a question. Somebody asked, I think Cameron Washington asked, is the fuel card linked to your personal bank account? So I'd like to kind of address how the program actually works.
Perfect.
So what this is that this is a prepaid solution. So it's a prepaid fuel card. You can kind of pay as you go. You pre-fund that card, and you can do it a couple of different ways. And we're really on the cutting edge of technology with this. So you can use a credit or debit card, or you can use an ACH, which is basically a direct deposit from your bank account to the fuel card itself. So
Mhm.
and you can easily do that from we've got a web application, a website, or we've developed a mobile app, and most people are using the mobile application. Takes just a few seconds to do. You enter in your information as far as if it's a credit card, you put in the credit card, the expiration, just your typical stuff. You
Right.
say how much you want to fund, you hit submit, and then those funds go out. And if you submit with a credit card or debit card before 3 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time, those funds will hit by around 5:15
It has
that
been
same day.
dead on at 1,700 both times I did it, and when Jeff did it, I saw it on his, it was dead on 1,700 as well. So,
Yep.
not saying it's guaranteed, just saying that's what our experience has been at this point. So,
Yep.
he says 5 to 5:15. I'm just saying.
So, outside, the other part of that too is so if you miss that if you miss that window, and maybe you have to fund, you don't have time to fund till 6 o'clock at night, it'll hit at 5 o'clock p.m. the next day Central
Perfect.
Time. So um that's when our fundings hit process for credit cards and debit cards. On the ACH side, uh, that actually has to go through the banking system. So
Mhm.
and from a risk and fraud perspective, we can't apply money that we haven't already received. So
Right.
Right.
you put in your banking information, and we don't store that, we don't keep that information. So it's you put in the routing number, the account number, the amount that you want to fund, you hit submit. You'll get a confirmation email, and then it takes 3 to 4 business days. And I say business days because weekends don't count.
Right.
Um, but then,
Thanks, yo. Thanks. Good
so, and
God.
it hits, yeah, right. Um, we're kind of at their mercy,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
no
but
doubt.
it hits around 3:15 on whichever day on that third or fourth business day,
So just to
Central
poke
Time.
at you here, this must be where you're making all your damn money from, Jeff.
No.
These transaction fees, right?
Yeah, so the convenience fees that are there are really to cover our cost. Now there really are there's only two fees that you see. There's a convenience fee to load, and
Right.
and it's either 3.5% for to use a credit or debit card, or it's 0.5% to use an ACH. And so
Smart
what a
money.
lot of our customers do is they'll put an initial load using a credit or debit card to get something on the card, and then they'll start planning out, and we call it plan your savings, right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
so they'll plan out, all right, I know that I'm going to need to submit funds on Monday if I want to make sure that they're there on Friday to cover the weekend, and
Right.
so they'll do it that way. And so if you think about it this way, it's to use an ACH, it's $5 per 1,000 that you load.
Right.
Mhm.
So as opposed to $35 per 1,000. So I mean, it's
Yep.
either way you go, though, you end up way ahead in
Oh,
the
I agree.
game.
Look, I personally I did two credit debit. I did the initial one for 2 grand, of course, cost me $70. And I did the second one for 2 grand. And the reason I did the second one, even knowing I was going to get hit for the 3.5%, was so I did a thing. What I did is we have a maintenance account at Swift, and we have our Comdata MasterCard that is our normal fuel card for Swift. And I said, I wonder how this is going to process through. And I wanted to see if maybe Comdata had some weird thing out there that was going to stop it from happening. So I
Mhm.
loaded up $2,070 out of my maintenance account, put it on my Comdata, initiated a $2,000 transfer. It says, oh, and just clarify, if you tell them you want to add 1,500, it's going to be 1,500 plus the
Plus the
percentage
fee.
point.
Yeah.
because
Correct.
Yep.
Jeff ran into that problem. He's like, oh well, I wanted to put 1,500. I thought it would come out of the 1,500. Nope, it's in addition to. So keep that in mind. So plan that ahead.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so and it went through flawlessly. Like I did it right at 3 o'clock East Coast time, and at
Mhm.
5 o'clock, bam, it was already on the card. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
baby,
my
I love
first
it.
my first ACH, by the way, because none of us remember the stupid made up government holidays like we had last Monday.
Right?
So we didn't get our settlements. I
Excuse
didn't
me.
get my settlement until Tuesday because I have a bank that they don't deposit stuff on Friday for some reason. It's always on Monday. So I did my ACH Tuesday morning, and it was still loaded on the card by Friday.
Perfect.
So
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So there's the convenience fee, and then there is a swipe fee of $2.50. So I do want to clarify that too, because we've had a lot of people that have had questions about, well, does that mean it's $2.50 for every product that I have to purchase, like
Right.
diesel, DEF, oil, additives, you know,
Shop
things of
work.
that nature? Yeah, exactly. So, and the answer is no. It's a one time swipe fee, so $2.50. If you think about it, within, especially with fuel prices right now and the savings, within 3 or 4 gallons, you've already covered that
Mm-hmm.
transaction fee. So, but that's all encompassing. It's considered one transaction, no matter how many products you purchase
As long as you're at
off
that
of that.
site.
Correct, correct.
yep.
So what it does, the system actually assigns a transaction ID, and recognizes it at that location, so that if they have to go in and purchase oil or whatever, it just ties back into that same transaction
Nice.
ID. So
And that was something that people were worried about. We tried explaining that to people, but whatever. They're like, Charlie's full of it. I don't want to listen to him. And Jeff, well, he's just mean. So that's why I wanted to get you on, because this way they get it straight from you, and it's not just us. eh, I feel like I've been pretty dead on with the information that I've been passing on, because I mean, you saw me you heard me the day that we talked the first time, and I was like, all right, man, so how is it you guys are making money, and how long you been in business? And I was interviewing you guys, man. I mean, like, straight up. And EJ, I'm telling you, he is a champion, because he's like, look, I got you, man. I got an answer. Here we go. And look, I'm gonna get you up with Jeff Reese. That's my boss, and we're gonna handle it that way, and we're gonna make some things happen. And then the greatest thing happened when I talked to you. I'm like, hey, man, so we don't want this referral bonus. Is there a way we can push that back onto these guys? And you're like, oh my God, that's awesome. Let's do it. And bam, here we are. So
yeah,
everyone there are some people out there, Mr. Jeff Reese, that believe that I am getting some sort of monetary kickback, some sort of benefit, some sort of something from you guys. Can you just clear this up for me?
absolutely. So there is a referral fee that we offered to provide, and that is available to everybody that
Absolutely.
signs up. But Charlie requested that instead of giving him it's a $50 for every person that signs up and swipes, and he requested that instead of him receiving that referral fee, that we send it back to the person that actually signed up. So
Mhm.
essentially, you get a free $50. And the way that it works, just so that everybody knows, which, by the way, that blew my mind. Everybody else that I've talked to is like $50. Yeah, give it to me. So,
Right.
um, yeah, just testament to Charlie, and his desire to help everybody
And
out. And
Jeff, he's my buddy, man. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it, man. Because
all right, yeah,
you know what? Yeah, just so you know, Jeff and I pretty much are 50-50 dead on with all of our things. We go through each other. We're like, hey, man,
yeah,
look, I can tell you, Jeff Reese, that if you say something to me,
uh
he's gonna know about it.
awesome,
Hmm.
I tell him
awesome.
everything when it comes to this Swift Contractors Corner stuff, and it's like someone telling me something. But everybody who knows me knows that I'm going to tell my wife. There's
Mhm.
nothing I don't tell my wife, and she may not be happy with that sometimes. She's like, "Oh God." But
I
and when it comes
gotcha.
to Swift Contractors Corner, Jeff is the guy. So I mean, if there's
I'm
anything that,
also I'm also here to keep Charlie from chasing after squirrels on the show.
yeah, oh, for real, because I'm like, whoa, whoa.
So
There's one now.
that's a full-time
So
job right there.
one of
It
the
is.
one of the things I wanted to touch on briefly, not really briefly, because most of our members are not anywhere near ready for this.
Mhm.
But you guys are pretty much a one-stop shop. If a guy wanted to go out and get his authority,
Mhm.
you sell insurance, you've got a maintenance plan, you got this, you've got that,
Mhm.
and we already have a relationship with you guys.
Mhm.
So I could see it being really easy if someone actually wanted to make that leap. Charlie and I talk about it sometimes. So we figure probably about 1 out of 100
Mhm.
guys that we talk to would even be interested in trying that,
Right.
because there's a lot more risk than being leased to a big carrier.
Sure.
But you guys can help them do that if they decide to make that leap. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are a one-stop shop. We help drivers really uh, accomplish the dream of business ownership. So, the advantages that you see with the ES Advantage is kind of like dipping your toe in the water, just trying it out. And if you're perfectly happy with receiving the discounts, and that's all you want, then we're happy to help. But we also have truck sales and finance and uh, like Jeff said, insurance and other things that can really. I mean, we offer business management services, and I mean,
Nice.
it's pretty much, you know, whatever you need, we can, and to help you be successful, we can definitely provide it. So, that's, this is just the opportunity, like I said, to kind of taste the benefit, taste the advantage right here.
Yeah, I think
So,
what some guys may be thinking is, gosh, if I can save this much money on a fuel card, and what's going on right now in the industry is everybody's looking at these rates,
mhm,
$3, $4 for van freight, right? And they're like, gosh, I'm making $1.15.
mhm,
Holy cow. And they start dreaming, right? But
sure,
if they're ready to do it financially, they can
mhm,
come to you guys and get set up.
absolutely. Absolutely. So
So
we'll be happy to talk to anybody about that.
Right. No doubt.
there's your free plug, Jeff. I see that smile.
Right.
Appreciate that.
we, we,
Appreciate that.
we love getting it all out there. Look. So we help people that our main focus, like I told you earlier, is Swift contractors,
Mhm,
and but it's not like we're keeping information from anyone else. I mean, a lot of what we do is transferable into any contractor situation, really, most contractor situation.
mhm,
So, and like I said, we set this program up. One of the other things I told you was I don't want it just to be Swift guys. Is it cool if I just plug this to anyone who wants to get it? And you're like, hell yeah, let's do it, man.
Bring it.
You know,
Absolutely, bring it on. So we want to help anybody that's an owner operator, anybody that's got even a small fleet up to 20 trucks. I
right,
mean, that's where we want to help out, because these are I mean, that's where the majority of the market is. I mean, it's
right.
small fleets and owner operators, and they're the ones that don't necessarily have all the buying power. So we want to be able to help them be successful and be able to level the playing field up against the big boys.
And they really are
So,
the guys that need that assistance more than anybody else. I mean, let's be real about it.
mhm,
They, good Lord. I mean, I can't imagine a one truck guy actually out there paying anymore. I can't imagine it paying, full pump price and that sort of thing. I'm like, good God. And as they rise and they're out there running the markets and they're not getting a fuel surcharge and that sort of thing, I'm like, good God. But excuse me. Roland Espinoza was asking, do we get a total summary of our car charges at the end of the year for tax write-offs?
absolutely. So there's full reporting capabilities that are within. And just so you know, like I said, we are not a fuel card. So what we've done is we've
Right.
actually partnered. We've got our discounts negotiated with the fueling partners, and then we've also partnered with WEX EFS, which is the best fuel card platform out there. So you get the full reporting capabilities of the WEX platform, plus our negotiated discounts, all bundled together into one.
Right.
Um, so the short answer is yes, you can get all your reporting, your fuel tax, for end of year write offs, for all that stuff, very easily. You can run it yourself. You can, on an ad hoc basis, or you can even schedule it. Once you get things set up, you can
Right.
schedule it to where it hits your email at the beginning of every year, or however often you want it
Yeah, I've
to.
got one set up for like a weekly deal because I wanted to try it out, and I got one set up for monthly deal, and bam, it hit dead when it was supposed to.
just,
So I was like all kinds of
the-
squared away and happy.
everybody needs to keep in mind that you need to be doing your monthly reports for Swift too,
Right.
whether you do it for taxes or not. Although I do recommend that you do your profit and loss statement every month, whether you
Right.
have an accountant or not.
Yep.
So, like, I just ran mine, and Jeff, we decided this between Charlie and I. It's none of Swiss business what our discount is, since they don't want to tell
Right.
us what theirs is. So there's a way that you can print that report for Swift that just shows the retail.
And
And
that's
yes,
what
sir.
I submitted this morning.
Yes,
you
sir.
send your accountant what you really paid.
Right.
But Swift,
sir.
they don't need to know what my discount is.
Exactly. Look, they don't want to share their info. I'm not sharing mine. They have no need to know what I'm paying.
I'm not
It's
ashamed.
not a personal thing.
I'm not ashamed. It's petty. I know that.
Okay, it is. Look, there he went there.
Oh man, I just happened to see Alan Becker said that he
guy's a
saved
beast. I love that guy.
97 cents off
Right.
in one fueling. That's crazy.
Right.
By the way,
It is
That's
absolutely
crazy.
insane.
he's your best salesman in our private Facebook group.
Yeah,
That
he is
guy has been
slamming it
posting
left and right.
numbers and all excited, and he stops short of calling people idiots that don't sign up. But Charlie, am I wrong in thinking it's kind of inferred?
Right? Yeah, I know. He's an absolute beast, like for real. And so we have converted Alan. Like he just got rid of his other truck last weekend because we finally got him to look at all the numbers. Right, Jeff and I we are all about the numbers. Nothing matters but the numbers. If you can't show us numbers, we don't want to hear about it. I mean, great, sounds groovy, but if we don't see numbers, we ain't buying into it, right?
Mhm.
So we got Alan to look at his numbers and his fuel mileage because he had a flat top truck that was set up for flatbedding, and now he's pulling van. And he just traded his truck in last week because of the numbers. Made this decision in less than a week and a half. Got the fuel card. He's driving slower. He's doing all these magical things that is just going to bump his bottom line like no tomorrow. And now he's actually got a couple more former flatbedders who are pulling vans with flat top trucks, trying to figure out how to trade their trucks in right now. It's great.
That's
Well,
awesome.
the numbers is what brought us to you, Jeff. I mean, for years,
Yeah.
Charlie and I, we just we used the Comdata card, and we just figured, yeah, Swiss discount, whatever, it's a convenience fee because they're doing all the accounting for us, right?
Right.
Well, as prices started creeping up, we're like, we got to do something, man. We started looking at numbers, and we started off by using Fuel Book, and we saw what we were saving there, and then
Which was good.
and then Matt Wright brought us the information for you guys, and we're like,
Mhm.
let's make sure this is real first, and then Charlie, put you under the spotlight there for however long he was talking to you.
The
Right.
microscope, like hot ant under fire,
So
magnifying
yeah,
glass.
it's all about the numbers. When you feel enough pain
Mhm.
that you
Right.
want to change something, you start looking. So that's how we actually ended up over with you guys.
And Alan said that was in New Hampshire. So yeah, that was a steep dip there. I dig it. And it's just completely look, I can't I can't say enough about this. And I get all tongue tied because I get all damn giddy and I just want to like, woo, yo, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you doing this? And look, Cameron's sold. He said so right there. I'm sold now. There you go, man. And look, it's gonna do you so much better in the long term. I mean, look, I'm not going to mention you by name, but my buddy knows that, I was running numbers with him earlier about this card specifically and how much he could save. And I pulled up the route that he was running from somewhere in Missouri up into Wisconsin. And he said, and I showed him our prices. Well, I told him what our prices were. He's like, holy hell. And we added that up over the course of a year. And he was like, man, I could buy a wedding ring. I'm not gonna say any more than that. I'm just saying he's like, I could buy a wedding ring for what I'm gonna save because that's one of the things he's working on right now. And power to him. I'm not gonna bust him out, but you know who you are. I'm just saying. I know you're out there watching. That's how you comment on stuff. But anyhow,
Yeah. That and
it's life changing.
It is. It is. And Charlie, you and I were talking about this earlier. It's fun to hear now because I have customers calling back in after they've signed up and been on it for a few months, and they're
Right.
calling back in to request more cards because they're able to grow their fleet. and they've added
Right.
drivers, and they're able to do that through the savings and reinvesting that savings back into their business.
Right.
So it's super satisfying to see that. Um, and I also want to say, we talked about planning your savings. So, and you talked about looking up the fuel prices and stuff like that. In partnership with Wex, you can use the Wex mobile app to put in your origin and destination. It drops pins
Right.
where the discounts are, so that you can plan out where you need to stop ahead of time, so that you can maximize those savings as well. So,
Right.
um, and then from a support perspective too, Charlie, even since you and I first talked, and
Yeah.
you grilled me for 2 hours or however long it was. Uh, um, we've added about three more people to our team, just to support, you know support this effort. So
Nice.
we're continuing to grow, and to make sure that we've got the infrastructure to be able to provide the support. Because once you sign up for this card, that doesn't mean you're done with this. Like, we're your
Right.
partner. If you need something, you can email us, you can call us. We've got a great customer service team. EJ and Braxton, and
Right.
we've also got another lady, Lisa, that I'm sure some of the new people that have signed up have
Yeah.
dealt with. And we're just hyper focused on servicing our customers to the utmost of our abilities.
And look, they have the most amazing person. Miss Mary is how I know her. This woman, she works in customer service. I'm telling you right now, this woman, as soon as you hear her start talking, you just smile. I'm telling you, it's almost mother. I have no idea how old she is, and I don't want to know. Don't ruin the picture. But her voice is so calming. Her demeanor, she's just smooth, and she knows what she's talking about. And like, that's who walked me through setting up my apps. And she's like, bam, 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 do this, that.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that was an interesting experience for me, was the setup. I think it was Braxton that helped me,
Mhm.
and he literally would not let me get off the phone
That guy's on fire. I like him too.
until I told him I had physically, with my thumbs, gone through a fuel route. He would not let me go,
Yeah,
and it was just he wanted to make sure that I understood how to use that app and
it's
how
so
to put funds
important.
on the card, and all of that.
Yeah,
So there's a reason, guy, because we had some people try to do their own thing, kind of like the old Sesame Street, one of these kids, not like the others,
Right.
and that's an old throwback to Army days. But
Okay.
they were trying to set it up themselves without calling in, and we're like, no, seriously, you need to call in, and they will walk you through it. I don't
yeah,
quite think it's impossible to do it by yourself, but the level of service that I
Right.
experienced made it so much easier.
yeah. I highly suggest you just call in, because it is a it helps us to develop a relationship with you, and it makes us feel better knowing that we know that you understand how
Right.
it all works. So that way there's no frustration on the front end. And it can be a little bit scary. It's your money. You want to be able to use it where you want to use it. So um, speaking of which, Cameron had a question here about, can you only use it at partnered fueling stations? So with it being a WEX EFS fuel card, it is accepted at over 14,000 truck stops nationwide.
Right.
Anywhere that is not a discounted location, you will still get cash price.
Right.
So you'll still save, I don't know, 3 to 6 cents a gallon, and
I
pay
feel
the
like
cash price
I feel
on
like
that.
EFS is even more accepted than the Com Data card. So I've yet to find a place that I couldn't use an EFS card, whether it was discounted or not.
Mhm.
And honestly, I run the Southeast, and I run a pretty tight corner that I run. I have not fueled at a stop that wasn't a deeply discounted stop at one of those major big five that wasn't the Pilot or Flying J.
Yeah,
Like that?
Right.
yeah,
Because we pay
Yeah.
right.
cash price at the Pilot Flying J. I'm just saying.
That's right.
Anyhow,
So
see,
another
I'm
thing,
tapping down that line, Jeff. I can see you.
another
You're like,
thing,
well, where's he going?
another thing that I was going to ask, because it's going to come up, because it came up with Charlie and I, is security on the card.
Mhm.
When
Right,
you set the card up, you have your PIN number, but I haven't set up any other security measures on my card yet. Charlie has,
Mhm.
but when I swipe it at the pump, it doesn't ask me for anything. Um, there So tell us how do we get like our truck number or our driver's license or something on there to where if we lose our car, some jackass can't just pick it up and go buy a hamburger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
So
new
during,
tires.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, right. So the best thing to do during setup is you can request to have a driver ID added as exact match, and if you happen to get the card and it's not on there, you can easily call back in and it's a click of a mouse for us to be able to set up those security features. So you can add an exact match for driver ID and make up a number. And if you put in something other than that, it won't authorize the pump to activate. You
Right.
can also do that with a truck number, things of that nature, so that you can have a couple of layers of security if you want to.
Yeah, I'm actually going to recommend
Absolutely.
that people do the exact match driver ID, which is what I did, as well as their truck number. And the reason I'm saying truck number is it makes it easier for our side in reporting to Swift because it automatically already puts the truck number on our report, and they're like, "Oh, look, it goes for this truck number here. Don't even have to ask it. Don't have to add that
Yeah,
into the
because
email and all this other mess."
for us, Swift manages our IFTA for us, so we have to report the fuel purchases to them at the end of every month, and to have that truck number on there is going to make that easier for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. There's some little hoops we jump through, but you know what? Seriously, I printed this report this morning. It took, you know, 2 minutes to print it up, and I didn't even print it. Honestly, I saved it as a PDF file, dropped it in an email, said, "Hey, this is my monthly report for my driver code, my truck number." Dropped it in there. Here's the report, and I'm done. Hey, seriously,
Mhm.
I'm done. That's all I had to do for the whole month.
Mhm.
We've talked about sending in receipts on every fuel up, and I mean I guess they've asked that people do that. I don't understand why, and I'm not going to tell anyone to do that. I think it's crazy as hell. I just think it's too much work and whatever. But that's fine. I mean, if you want to do that, do that. But you can send them in this monthly report, and that report is so damn easy to get to. We are going to do a video or something along those lines. We have a post up in the private group, you guys. If you're not a member of the private group, I can't help you yet, but we will be able to help you soon. We're going to do a video on how to, get that report, what you need in those reports. There's a ton of information you can add to those reports. I mean, you can show your discounts and how much you save, and the retail prices are tax only, and add in every tax that's charged to you, and all. There's way too much information that you will ever want to know unless you're Jeff or I. And then we're like, oh my God, look at the numbers.
Yeah.
This is great.
One of the exciting things that I wanted to bring up real quick. Uh, a lot of people that talk to us about becoming owner operators are concerned about the fuel prices being so high. So here's what you guys have done for me. So I'm just gonna delete the last fuel up I did, because the way Charlie and I teach people to fuel is to buy the cheapest fuel whether you need it or not. So my last fuel up was actually not needed for this week, but before that fuel up, my fuel charge adjusted um, price of fuel was sitting at 9.4 cents a gallon out of pocket
Wow.
after my fuel rebates and everything.
Right. It was
Because
crazy.
and I've been an owner operator for 14 years, and I've never seen that number that low. And it's just because of the discount. So if you guys are worried about fuel prices going up, there's two things to consider: the card and the discounts, and the fuel surcharge Swift gets us.
Right.
Um,
When you
between
wrap
the
those
two,
together, oh,
I mean, literally, Charlie, if I had not fueled that last 100 gallons, just because I'm headed to California, and even with the discount, fuel
right.
prices suck there,
You're
just
right.
terrible. If I had not gotten that last 100 gallons, Swift would have literally been paying me for fuel this week
By the
because
way,
of
if
where the
anyone
Swift
wants to
surcharge is.
call in,
Yeah.
guys. I'm just saying the phones are there. Whatever. You're typing, that's cool too. We dig it. But if you want to call in, call in. Rosie's bored. I'm just saying. Sorry, go ahead.
So that's the impact that this card has had for me in just the first week.
Right.
Because the way we look at our numbers, again, we buy our fuel based on price. Period. We don't care if we're going to use it that load, because I could either pay the 360 I did the other day, or get all the way to California because I had enough fuel, and then pay $4 even with the
A
discount.
buttload
So
for real.
because their fuel's at like $5 a gallon now. So you know,
Craig said
crazy
he'll
what
have
guys-
his card. He said he's going to have his card tomorrow. Dude, you're going to be so excited. I'm telling you. If you're not already, you're going to be even more excited when you get it. And Roland says he's awesome. I'm just saying, dude, for real. That guy, if any of you haven't talked to Braxton, that guy is a trip. He is like on fire. He is like fired up. He's like, woo, let's do some things, man. And I'm like, oh, you're my kind of
Absolutely.
people. I dig that dude for real.
Yeah, he definitely gets he definitely gets excited. He loves hearing hearing how excited our customers get, and they'll call back and give us examples of stuff. And I'll tell you this too. So there's other things that you get as in addition to the fuel discounts and the shop and tire discounts. You'll also get platinum status, and I can't say with whom, but
Right.
you get platinum status with one of the majors that includes 2 free showers a day and free refills and 3 times points. It's a
It's
big
nice.
deal. It's a big deal. And we had one guy that was like, this is going to change my life, and I think he'd probably benefit from talking to Jeff and Charlie here, just about how to run a business, because he said that he hadn't been able to shower for a few days because he couldn't afford it, because it costs $14-15
Right.
to shower at some of these places. So just with the benefit of being able to do that and gain access to that, and that's immediate. So as soon as you sign up, if you might need to cut that. If you have a rewards number, you'll have to provide that to us. But that'll actually benefit benefit you from the get go. So from gallon number one, there's nothing that has to be earned or anything like
Right.
that. It's just right there from the beginning.
When you go through this setup, make sure you share that number with the people you're setting up with, so
Yep.
that they can make sure that you are squared away. And just in case any of you already are set up, I had a thing happen today where my card reset to their basic tier, and I'm like, "Hey Jeff, is this supposed to happen?" He's like, "Heck no, man. Send me your card number and we'll get it fixed." And there you go, man. So you know what I mean. If you have problems, this is the great thing about these guys. Seriously,
Mhm.
like, is the responsiveness of Jeff and EJ and Lisa and Braxton and Miss Mary. Have I talked good enough about Miss Mary yet? You should tell her I think I have a thing for her. And my wife's gonna be like, "Hey, now," but it's that virtual thing. Anyhow, she's just so damn comforting when you talk to her. You're just like, whatever. Anyhow, but when you talk to these guys and you have a problem, they're like, "Okay, here's the fix. We got this. We got you covered. You don't just do this or that." A lot of these problems can be solved by reaching out to customer service. So the Miss Marys of the ES side and those guys, and they will get it fixed.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
So another issue that's come up, which I'm not sure, Jeff, is necessarily even in your ballpark, but it seems that some of the apps, because we can start the pumps at the app with the app.
Mhm.
It's not working for some people.
Hmm.
And from what I've talked to some guys, it almost seems like it's an Android versus Apple thing. But because I was able to add my card to everything I needed to, but guys with Apple are having issues.
I
Are you
apologize
even
for the
aware of
echo,
that?
people. I don't know what's going on with the echo. I apologize. Okay, go ahead.
You done, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Okay. I mean, are you even aware of that, or do you know?
I hadn't heard. I had not heard anything. I hadn't heard anything about that. Everything that I've heard, that the apps are supposed to work so that it makes it a cardless solution. So it sounds like it may be something with whichever truck stop is having that issue with whichever brand cell phone it is, cell phone provider.
It's one of the majors with 2 different names.
Okay.
So.
Yep. Gotcha.
Right.
And it really does seem to be that us Android users aren't having a problem, but man, those Apple guys are frustrated. Like, well, just
Sounds like a good reason to get an Android.
Yeah, I'm saying. But
I'll say it.
what I've been left with is, well, just swipe the card, man, because you're going to get that 61 cents off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You just made
It's
$200
worth
in 5
swiping a
minutes.
card.
So. You just made $65 in one fill up. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you do happen to have any issues, and especially if it's with a rewards number or something like that, you can also just email us if you want to with your rewards number, and we can work from it that way if you don't have time to if you want to do that tonight. I know Craig said that his fell off,
Is it
so
okay for me to give the email address you gave me earlier, the same person?
the send it to esadvantage at
Okay,
expediterservices.com.
I'll do that. I'll put that in the notes below just for anyone that wants it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It'll be on
It's,
the YouTube channel, guys.
and we're very responsive with that. That actually notifies the entire team
Okay.
when something like that comes across, and then so we manage it accordingly.
And that was esadvantage at Expeditors
Services.com.
Services. God, I can't remember that part. What? It's just a word. I don't even know. Whatever. But yeah. And like you said, Craig had the same problem that I had. So I mean, okay. So something weird clicked in a system, and they'll get it squared away, guys. We'll be awesome. Look, there it is. Oh man, you are awesome putting that up. Now I got it saved, buddy. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But sorry, I'm talking out of school. Jeff sent me a message on the back end with the web address, so I will get that into the show notes as soon as we can. And in fact, Jeff, I know you got more questions. Watch this. I'm gonna do something cool here. This is gonna be awesome. Go ahead. Ignore me for a minute, y'all.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yep, you sir.
Jeff number one.
Yeah. So for the people out there that already have the card, I just get put out there that today is the first of the month. So you really need to go into the EFS website and get that report sent to Swift. I'm not entirely sure when they have to have it by to calculate their year after for the month, but I would just make it a habit. Do it on the first day of the month. Make sure that's in. Otherwise, they're going to think that you got 2,000 miles per gallon out of your truck and you didn't buy any fuel, and it's going to screw up your IFTA. So
look at that. For any
yeah,
issues
look at
with
you,
your
Charlie.
card. Oh, some days I can do some stuff, man. I don't even know how to act right now. I'm just saying. Hey, for any of you who didn't know, we actually have a website as of today. It's funny, I know, but we built the website today because just like, hey, we need a landing page. So that's what it is. That's really all it is. It's a landing page. But you'll find on there this groovy little link that we've been telling you guys about. Comes up and looks something like this right there. It's a link to that spot right there. There's a link back to the YouTube channel. We're going to be putting some more information on it. But right now, www.swiftcontractorscorner.com will actually take you to a web page with some basic information on it. And we will be able to get some more stuff going up there soon. I literally did this less than an hour before the show. I'm just saying. So don't expect magic. And it's a little hard to read. Jeff yelled at me. He's like, dude, you're dumb. I can't read half this
I
stuff
did
because it
not
blends
say
in with the background. See, look, he's mean to me when nobody watches, kind of like my wife. Just saying.
Rosie's the sweetest person I've ever met besides my
See,
own
that's
wife.
what they all think. They're in cahoots. But yeah, if you guys got any more questions, throw them up and we will answer those. We've got Jeff until he's ready to bounce out of here and tired of hearing me ramble my face up. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys know how I am. I can't help myself. I just go.
Yeah. So let's talk about the referral program real quick.
Yep.
So the way that works, first of all, with Jeff and Charlie opting to share that with you guys instead of taking it for themselves. The way that works is we run a report every Friday, and every Friday whoever has activated their card. So you order your card, it's shipped out, and then you call back in to activate the card. When you do that, that's when it triggers the us to send that $50
Nice.
to you guys. And so and what we do is, for example, if you activated your card today, Tuesday, that $50 will automatically hit your account on Friday. If you activate your card on Friday, you won't get that until the next Friday.
Perfect.
So that's how it works. The way that it works for anybody who signs up and wants to refer other people, um, it's we've partnered with a company called Rocket CDL, and they are actually managing all the referrals. And you download the app, you put in your phone number, that'll recognize you as part of our program, and then you can either add people within the app yourself. You can say, hey, are you interested? Here, just go ahead and put your information in here, and then it'll automatically trigger us to reach out and tell that person about the program and automatically know who referred. Or you can actually create a link that you can
Right.
then send to friends. You can post it on your social media page. You can, however you want to use that
Spread
link
the word.
to
You
spread
can
the
use
word.
our look.
Yep.
I'm gonna say I'd like you to use our link, but you guys spread it, man. You want to make the extra $50, by all means, do it. We're gonna keep pushing the link that we use in the groups because that's what we want to do. But you guys do what you want to do, and we're not gonna knock you for it. I might give you a little static. You put it in the Facebook group. I'm gonna be like, bro, why don't you use our link, man? I'm just saying, but whatever. That's cool too. You guys do what you got to do. Hey, man, $50, $50. That's dinner. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, and that runs the same way. The payouts for that it's all based on who activates their card, and that process runs every Friday as well.
Nice. And that's a cool deal. I mean, it really is because look, I've been talking to random people now at pumps. I'm like, hey man, I tell you earlier, Jeff. Hey man, what do you pay for fuel? He's like $4.29. I'm like, I pay $3.59. What do you think about that? Want to scan my code? and this one guy looked at me like I had 3 heads. He's like, you're crazy as hell. Just drove away. Was perfectly happy paying $4.29. I'm like, you're out your mind, man. But whatever. But hey, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, hey, you can lead a horse to water, but apparently if you push their head under the water, they drown. I don't know. You can't make them drink or whatever. I don't know how the saying goes. To hell with it. What do you guys want from me here? I'm just, it's Tuesday. I haven't worked since, I don't know, last Monday. I've got all this energy and I've been burning up just crazy brain cells lately. Have I mentioned our card lately? Our IFTA card, you guys. Some of you guys are expecting me to mail these out, and they're coming. I promise. Send me your address, and I'll mail them to you. We're also going to get them out to a bunch of the terminals and that sort of thing. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's this nifty little QR code up on the corner that'll take them to the fuel card request info. Just saying. Got some other QRs on the back. Not that anybody cares right now, but whatever. Anyhow, sorry guys, I gotta get those little plugs in every now and then, or otherwise my head will explode. And Jeff will be like, why didn't you push that?
We're planning some swag of our own, Jeff. That like you've seen our medallion there that we use to identify ourselves. We're gonna be putting that on. Me and Charlie are gonna put that somewhere on our trucks, and we were hoping that maybe I'm gonna put you on the spot in public.
Oh, here we go.
That maybe we could get a sticker from you guys to put on our trucks that would point people to you guys too.
Sure. Why not?
Because I'll do it. I'll put it on my truck. I don't care. You should see my truck. It is the ugliest thing you ever saw in this life.
Yeah, let's get you a bunch of esadvantage stickers.
We got a bunch of people that we're trying to get together in Las Vegas, and maybe we can. That's going to be April 15th, 16th, and 17th. For anyone interested, we're like doing this thing in Vegas. There's a bunch of us that are meeting up now. It was totally an impromptu. Hey, Alan's like, hey man, I'm gonna go to Vegas in April. You want to go? And Matt's like, heck yeah, I want to go. And Matt's like, we should ask Charlie. And I'm like, heck yeah. Hey Jeff, you want to go? And now it's turned into this thing. There's like 8 or 10 or I don't even know how many anymore.
I've been telling people that I've hijacked the event. It's a Contractors Corner event now.
Oh yeah, we're like turning it into a whole tax break thing because we've actually decided we're gonna do like 2 hours a day worth of classes that we're going to give people, like, hey, how to test your charge air cooler. We're going to show you how to build a charge air cooler tester yourself for parts you can buy at Home Depot. Test your charge air cooler, because the #1 fuel mileage eater is a bad charge air cooler, and they come out of the factory bad all the time, like straight off the line, leaking. And a leaking charge air cooler will cost you 3/10, half a mile per gallon.
We'll do a clinic on how to buy fuel, which will include the fuel card, of course.
Yes. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it.
So for those of you that want to go, by the way, and you want to tax deduct it, we'll come up with something. And the key word here is free clinics, guys. We're gonna do free clinics, and we'll hand out.
You got to get out to Vegas.
We'll just hand out these little things and say, hey, yeah, they were there. That way you can deduct your hotel stays if you want to stay in a hotel or whatever. So
right.
Yeah, so, we're trying to get Brett to reserve us some spots at the new terminal there.
Yeah, we're gonna try and rope off an area.
We're just gonna torque off the locals, but
so hey guys, we're gonna let Jeff Reese off the hook here because he's got life and stuff like that. And look,
Yeah.
I get it, man. Jeff Reese, you are welcome back anytime, buddy. For real. Like I told you earlier, I am down for you guys. I love the company. I love what you guys stand for. I think our visions align as far as trying to help people out. Make a buck here and there, but not off the back of the hardworking dudes or
Exactly.
dudettes, whatever. I mean, people. I should say people because it's modern times and all, and I don't want to piss someone off. Whatever. I'm pretty good at it, but whatever. Anyhow, so Jeff, seriously, man, thank you so much for coming in here and answering these questions and explaining stuff for us. And we will definitely have to do this again, maybe in a month or something like that after we get even more people on this card and let's blow
Yeah,
this
we could
thing
talk
up.
results.
Yeah, it's
Right.
my pleasure. I'm excited to go down this journey with you guys. I really am.
Man, we appreciate you, buddy. And like I said, anytime you want to pop on, you got something extra you want to pop in, you let me know. If you want to pop in for 5 minutes and hey, I got a new service available for you guys might want to check it out. I'd be like,
Or even
bring it on in.
even if you're running short on time because you're one of those, I don't know, executive types or whatever.
Right.
Just shoot us an email and we'll just put it up.
Yeah, seriously.
Do I look like an executive?
Right. I miss the cubicle, buddy. I love it.
Cubicle life, man.
Right.
So, well, thanks guys so much. It's been a pleasure. And Charlie, Jeff, I'm sure we'll be talking soon.
All right, buddy. Take care. And we appreciate you coming in. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, throw them up. We're going to be here for a minute. And if you guys have anything else you want to talk about, by all means, it doesn't have to just be fuel card stuff. Dennis, I know, man, he said, Charlie, it's the first time being on in a couple weeks. Need more info on this call. Call you tomorrow. Is that okay? Yes, sir. I know you got my number because you yelled at me one day back in the day when we were first getting acquainted. Dennis Lewis actually, he yelled at me. I'm going to bust him out just because it's fun. And I don't hold a grudge. I just think it's funny. He yelled at me. He's like, blah. And I was like, blah back. And then we didn't talk for a while. And then he became an owner operator.
You have that effect on people when you first have contact with them.
It could happen. It could happen. But it's all good. Look, we're buddies now and we're saving money together and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And look, for real. By the way, the phone lines are still open. Rosie's still out there. She's probably out there pulling her hair out. She's like, man, it's a good thing I'm not paying her because it would be a waste of money to pay her right now. I'm just saying, but that's cool. I'll pay for it later. You guys just don't understand. She scares me a little bit. But yeah, if you got other questions, throw them up.
That honeydew list just grew.
Oh, for real. Absolutely, Dennis. Past is the past, man. I don't hold on to that crap. I don't even care. I'm like, whatever. I just think it's funny to bring up every now and then and make you squirm a little bit because it's fun. Roland, we have I actually have a really good post on the Facebook group about exactly how to do it and how to generate the report and all that. Get with me if you can. Get with me after the show, and I will walk you through it if that's what we have to do. If not, we can try and build a quick video this evening. I'm not sure if I can get it done or not. I will do my absolute damnedest to try and make that happen. And if not today, I think I have tomorrow available. I'm not scheduled to go to work right now. As of right now, I'm not scheduled to go back till Thursday. I may have to pick up the truck tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. It may not be Thursday. Who knows, man? I'm at the mercy of the shop, sitting in Detroit and Ocala. And yeah, so get with me seriously, and let me try and help you out, buddy, because we need to get those reports in now. If you're using it, if you've already used it, you need to get that report in for February.
Yep. Can you put the email address up real quick?
The one that he just gave us?
No, the fueltax at swifttrans.com.
Oh, no, because I don't have that, but I will make one. Talk for a minute. Let me do some typing.
Well, what do you want me to talk about?
Tell me how pretty I am, Jeff. Wait, no, stop it.
You're not, man.
Better stop. You know what?
You got a face that only Rosie could love.
That's right. She's a saint.
Yeah, so one of the things we're going to do is we're going to redo the fuel purchasing video, Charlie and I, sometime when we both have time at the same time.
Right.
But go and check out the one he did last year. the information is great. It's just we're not all that excited about the
Yeah.
presentation. It was one of our first attempts.
Yeah, it was
So
a PowerPoint deal, and I'm so not cool talking over the top of that. I'd much rather have a flow and a dialogue with real people, and that's honestly that's where I do okay. Well, sometimes, but
yeah,
whatever.
and we're gonna try and I handed that fuel tax card to Brett today so he could take a look at it. And
Nice. The IFTA card.
since he's in charge of the recruiters, they actually work for him. We didn't really want to step on his toes, so we're waiting to get approval from him to get them to every single recruiter too. So there's recruiters all over the place. So if you can't get to like your home terminal where your OOC's got one for you, just go in and see if the recruiter can print one out. It won't be laminated, but the information's there.
Right. And my goal is honestly to try and get a bunch of these laminated cards out to all the terminals. It's a little bit out of pocket for me, and so I got to get, and it's time consuming because look, I went to a place that they got 100 of them printed up, and they're going to be like 4 days before I get those. But they were like twice as much as it cost me to make it at home, and I'm just gonna make my son do them. That's the funny part. He may not know it yet, but he's gonna be my labor monkey, and this is gonna be amazing because I'm like, look, that's rent right there. There's your rent. This is your new job. So whatever, it's cool, you know. So your fuel tax reports, just to go back to that, you will be sending them to fueltax@swifttrans.com. So it's a really easy deal. You're going to put in the subject line, your truck number, your driver code. This is your fuel tax report. Down the body, you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to attach the fuel report in a PDF format. And they're going to take that and get all your fuel tax stuff squared away for you so that you don't have to worry too much about that. It's really kind of an easy type of deal.
So since I haven't done that, I can't answer Roland's questions all that well. 2 receipts that they sent to that email with no response. Do we get a response from that?
We may or may not. We have asked for a receipt. A lot of us have told people, include the line in there, please confirm, or something along those lines that you received it. Honestly, we're just going to have to wait and see because now there's going to be a lot more of us doing this, so that may be burdensome for them to do that. So I if you sent it, I would call it good. If worst case scenario, they're going to have to pick up their game and do better because that's just how it is. Maybe we send them on a weekly basis.
What you might do too is I don't know how many people actually know they can do this or how to do it. In the portal, you can pull up your IFTA report for any reporting period.
Right.
And you can go through that. And if something doesn't look wonky, like let's say your settlement on the 3rd week when they take IFTA out or whatever it is. It used to be the 3rd week. I don't know, Charlie. They take it out sometime this month.
Right. I'm not sure.
If it just looks wonky to you, pull that report and look at it. And if you don't understand it, call the fuel tax department.
Right.
So I had an incident a few years ago. Was it a few years ago, Charlie, or was it last year? I can't remember. Where I ran pretty much Oregon and California for an entire month.
Yeah, you got destroyed.
And my fuel tax, because the cheapest fuel that I could find on that route was in Oregon. That was the cheapest fuel, which meant that nothing was going into IFTA because Oregon does not collect tax for IFTA.
Right.
So I got an IFTA bill for like $900. And I thought I understood it, but I needed to make sure I understood it. So I called the fuel tax guy, and there's a guy that answers the phone. I think there's more people there, but there's just one guy that answers. And I got to tell you, he went through it line by line with me. I mean, he was really good. He helped me understand the report better than I did before. So don't be afraid to call him if you've got questions about IFTA.
You can call the Swift switchboard and ask to speak to the fuel
IFTA.
Tax people. Yeah, the IFTA people. So just call the regular, what is it? 800
2200.
Yeah, 2200. And the operator will answer, or you could hit the selection for operator and just ask to speak to someone about fuel tax or IFTA. And Alan said, yes, this is back to the Vegas idea. So a couple of us have been planning on trying to get a room at the Flamingo because it's in the middle of the strip. You don't have to get a room. You could crash in your truck because I'm going to be going back to the terminal every day anyhow, and to do these classes that we're talking about. So you could just Uber. We could ride share something back over to the strip and hang out, and you don't have to hang out with us if you don't like us or whatever. I mean, we're just gonna be in Vegas for a couple of days to have some fun and get to know each other. And we all got our own little things that we'll go do, I'm sure, and then we'll have times where we get together. Maybe we'll have a meal or something together, and that would be cool. And good God, can you see this truckers?
Go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant and tax deduct it.
Yes. Yeah. So a couple of us are talking about getting rooms at the Flamingo because it's one of the classics and it's in the middle of the strip, so you can't go wrong there. But if you guys don't have anything else, I think we may wrap this. I think it's about that time. And if you guys have anything else, if there's anything further you need from us, by all means, reach out to us here on the YouTube channel, in the Facebook groups, the Facebook page. Those of you who have my number, I mean, by all means, call me. If you have Jeff's number, call him. Don't call him late at night. He gets cranky. Not really, but yeah. So seriously, guys, we're here for you. We're here to help you all do better. We're all trying to learn more from each other and do better every day. And that's what we're hoping that we're doing. If there's something you guys need from us that you don't think we're doing and you want us to try it, man, shoot us a message, PM us, whatever.
Yeah,
Check out the little website.
Especially as we develop Contractors Corner into more of a consulting firm, I guess. Whatever you guys are interested in, because we're trying to get the topics up that will help you guys the most. That's
Right.
pretty much what we're all about. Charlie and I love talking about fuel mileage and stuff, but if you've got that problem solved, but you have some other problem that's confusing you, let us know.
Right. Need a recommendation on a fuel or air filter? Fleet air filter. I'll throw that in the notes just for fun. Fleet air filter. Look, that thing will save you, 2, 3, up to 5/10 of a mile per gallon, depending on who you talk to. Plus, I mean, you just don't have to keep buying paper filters. So, I mean, stuff like that. There's a ton of stuff we can get into. Fuel mileage and cash savings is one of our biggest topics because that is really where the biggest thing is.
Yeah. I want to throw mine out there, Charlie, because my favorite product.
OPS.
If you own your truck, okay, this is important. You have to own the truck to do this because IEL will crucify you if you do this while you're on the lease. The OPS EcoPure bypass oil filtration system. Get it. Start testing your oil every 25,000 miles instead of doing an oil change, so that you know what the actual health of your engine is and whether or not that oil is even ready to be changed.
Right.
If you want to know more about that, let us know that you want to know more about that, and we'll do some more stuff on it. But those are two products that Charlie and I like. That Charlie uses the Fleet air filter. I've been dragging my feet on that. I use the OPS EcoPure. Charlie's been dragging his feet on that.
Bragging.
So, but between the two of us, we really like those products.
Yeah, for real. And if we combine them, we're even better. So there you go. I mean, it is what it is. What do you want us? What do you want us to say? Gosh, dang it.
We never said we were perfect.
Right. but we do try to do the best we can. And Blackbeard, the update on the truck is it's still there. They didn't get working on it until today, I think. They had people sick out Friday and Monday, so I'm still in limbo. They were hoping to get to it today. We'll see. You'll know soon. Trust me. We'll see what happens. But all right, guys, we thank you once again for tuning in and spending, look at this, an hour and 18 minutes with us on a Tuesday evening. It truly means a great deal to us. I know I say that every week, but I want you to understand that it really does mean a great deal to us that you spend your time with us, and you guys are helping us grow this thing. And we are definitely growing. The private Facebook group, when we started talking about this fuel card was 129. We're well over 165 now. And I believe that's all from just the fuel card talk. So we are making waves. I know as of before the show, we were at 67 people that had requested info, and we're up to like 40 cards issued right now. I believe that number is going to start growing exponentially because of what we're all going to be reporting, what Jeff and I have reported, and Alan and Matt Wright and people like that who jumped on the card early, and we're out here testing it. And I think that when you guys see all the real world numbers, you're all going to be like, I'm getting one, or you already got one. So there you go. I know the numbers change this evening already.
And real quick, Alan, yeah, that's fine. Just shoot me a PM or something. We'll get together.
There you go, Alan. All right, guys. I'm Charlie. That's this guy. There's Jeff. No, I did it. There's
Wrong
Jeff.
way.
That's Jeff Morton. We are Swift Contractors Corner, along with all of you. We are all Swift Contractors Corner. And we will see you here next Tuesday. We'll try and get another video up about how to do the reports as soon as we can. Otherwise, we will see you Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time here on Swift Contractors Corner, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And once again, appreciate you all. Be safe.